Hello, fellow classmates. It's me, Kim Smith, and I wanted to discuss with you one of the beliefs that I am most passionate about, and that is the exceptionalities. What that consists of is the children who have some kind of disability, um, from learning disability to receptive expressive language disorder to ADD, ADHD. There's so many disorders that children are labeled with. And a few decades ago, millions of American students who did not fit into the standards profile of a normal learner were treated in schools as second-class citizens. And I think we can look back through our books and just through time that is true. I mean, they didn't know what we know now, how to help children like that. And so I do make it my mission, and I'm very passionate about helping children who struggle within themselves because they have some sort of disability that they may think that they're different or that they don't fit in or they don't belong. And I just want them to know that they can do it, that it may be harder and it may be a longer road, but they're not alone. They can accomplish every goal that they set out to accomplish. And over the past 2 years, I have really done a lot of research on children who struggle with different forms of disabilities and just researching the different types of disabilities. And I just find it extremely fascinating to know that all this testing has been done, and now we know this information. Now how do we put it to use by helping these children? And so I want that to be my goal. I want the children who are in the resource rooms or the special ed rooms, I want them to know that there are teachers that are going to help them, that are going to help them to set goals, help them to strive to meet their goals. And it's a lot of work, but it's worth it. I know in my heart that it's worth it. I mean, I've worked in the special ed department for a year and a half, and my own son struggles with a learning disability, and I just really and am extremely passionate about letting every child know that they can set their mind, whatever they set their minds on, they can accomplish it. They may have to have a little extra help. They may have to have a little extra time, but those accommodations are there for them. And it is our job as teachers to help them find every avenue of help and to push them to succeed and to help them reach goals and not to set limits on them. I know, just from reading throughout the books and just from research and different things that there has been limits and still are today limits set on these children. And there's not a need in it. Set a goal. Let them be small goals. Set them and watch them accomplish them. If they struggle, set it back a little bit and watch them meet it. But we have to encourage them, and they have to know that if they need help, that we're there to help them. I found it interesting that 5.9 million students in the U.S., which is 12% of school-age population, receive some kind of special education support. That's a lot. And we can make a difference, and we can help them. There will be less dropout rates. There will be more graduations. There will just be so much if we take the time and help them reach their fullest potential. I know in my heart that this is what I am supposed to do. I've never been as passionate about something as I am about this. the research of the different disabilities and what kind of accommodations are made for children with the disabilities, and just those different things. They're out there. We just have to grab a hold of them and teach them, because we're all going to have children, whether you're working in a room with, the mainstream room or the special ed room. We're all going to have children that struggle, and we may not be able to know right offhand why are they struggling. But if we have this knowledge before us, we can take it and we can say, well, I think it might be this, this, or this, and narrow it down. And we can get it to the right people. That way, sooner than later, they can get the help that they need, and they will flourish more, and they will just grow faster. And you see that there are children that go through elementary and they're still struggling. And when they could have had the help that they needed, if there would have been more research done, or if there would have been more done to help these children, to find out what they're struggling in and why they're struggling in it. And if we as teachers can't figure that out, help find someone who can. Like I said, there are a lot of learning differences, is what I like to call them, because that's what they are. They learn differently. They're not they're not disabled. They can do it. But we have to be on board, and we have to be passionate about helping them succeed. Because if we don't, who will? So that is the one thing that I am most passionate about, is helping children, helping them overcome obstacles in ways that will help them further their future. Children with these labels on them, they already struggle within themselves. If we can do whatever we can to help them feel better about themselves, help them, like I said, reach these goals, and help them succeed, then we will be doing an amazing thing in the lives of these children, and they do deserve it.